Snuffy 1812. Today we're going to be looking at the Zahlo-S tank destroyer. This is a Tier 4 premium tank destroyer. Was made by the Soviet Union. Designed by the Soviets, this armored personnel carrier was devised as an experiment that added tank destroyer capabilities to troop transport. Zahlo-S incorporates various features from the BTR-70, such as lower doors that give troops more coverage when exiting the vehicle. And the gun lacked penetration power against modern tanks. The vehicle did not enter production. However, this tank destroyer has high spotting ranges and uses a high caliber weapon. Excuse me. Special ability has the ability to suppress the noise and muzzle flash generated by firing, reducing camouflage penalties from shooting while stationary within a limited time period and for a limited number of shots. When we take a look at this, the alpha damage on this is 314 with penetration of 213 with a sustained damage permitted of 3,773. It only has 950 hit points, as its armor is basically pretty thin. 10, 8, and 8. And its hull composition is steel. Hull modifiers against armored piercing, high explosive, and SC ammunition. Basically 1, 1, and 1. The turret, front, side, and rear are 10, 8, and 8. Same composition, same hull modifiers. Max speed on this is 81 kilometers an hour, so you can get to places very quickly. 0 to 32 kilometers an hour, 4.4 seconds. Camouflage, basically 4249, 4249, 4249, front, sides, and rear. View range 482 meters. Cannon depression of 6 degrees, -5 to -6 degrees. Turret traverse 41.56 degrees. Reload time 5 seconds. Accuracy spread is 0.06 degrees, and targeting time 2.03 seconds. Some interesting things to note on this is that you're going to have the same hull modifiers on here. It doesn't get any app leak or any extra things that go on to the hull. We'll take a look at the retrofits that you can put on this. Basically, out of the armor, you can go with an improved spall liner, which I have not unlocked. Internal hull reinforcement, reinforced ammo rack, reinforced engine housing. I didn't bother with doing any of those since I'm going to be using this from quite a distance away to shoot at the enemy from a covered position, covered and concealed position. You'll hear me using that terminology, cover and concealment, quite a bit, as it's very important in this game, especially if you're going to be shooting from distances, and whenever you're moving across the map, especially in player versus player, you want to be looking cover and concealment. You don't want to give your position away so somebody can get cheap shots on you. Okay, back to what this thing offers. On the firepower, the modifications that you can do with it: chrome barrel, magnetic actuator, experimental propellant, advanced RMS, enhanced shell materials, gyroscopic stabilizers, advanced thermal sleeve, and augmented breech lock. However you outfit your tanks is what you want to do with them, is what you are going to do with them. As you see, what I've done here, chrome barrel liner and advanced muzzle referencing system, which basically what this does is it helps you in case your muzzle starts to warp. It basically gets you on target a lot better than, say, Kentucky windage, which is what they had to deal with a lot in older tanks, especially World War II tanks. They didn't have a muzzle referencing system on their tanks. And then an air induction pre-cleaner. This helps me improve the hull traverse speed and acceleration so that I can move fast when I need to. So those are my retrofits that I put on. And my consumables, I usually run the same package of consumables. Repair kit, first aid kit, protein bars, a mid-tier field maintenance kit. This is very good for player versus environment. This is something that you really need to have when you go into those PvE missions. Something that you don't get in player versus player, but this helps you out tremendously in player versus environment. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to take a look at some gameplay. And since it's a tier 4, I can only go with a medium contract. So we go to the map and we click start. And we're into a mission right away. Well, almost right away. We are joining the mission. It'll take a couple of seconds. So we are on Operation Hydra. And our objectives: take control of the warehouse, destroy missile launchers. Good map for a tank destroyer. Lots of cover and concealment. That's how I'm going to utilize this. High rate of gun from the fire, high rate of fire from the gun. Sometimes I stumble over my words. Don't intend to do it. This is not scripted. This is all live the way I'm taping this, and it's the way you're going to get it.
Reloading.
I'm afraid the cartel has gotten their hands on a warehouse full of chemical warheads. Who knows where those things will show up if we don't take them away.
Whatnot.
Please take control of the warehouse quickly. There are also some missile launchers located in the area. It would be good to destroy the cartel's dangerous toys.
Nailed them. Hostile tank. Ammo up. Strike destroyed. Target destroyed. Target destroyed.
As you can see, this high rate of fire on this can really start to make things difficult on the enemy.
Penetrated. Up. That was close. Nailed them. Target down. Loading. Target eliminated.
Back to for cover rather quickly. Range of the gun.
The warehouse is across the river and up the hill. Still a lot of enemy activity in the area. Be cautious.
Makes this a very, very potent weapon.
Target down.
Identify target.
Hostile PC. Threat destroyed. Enemy destroyed. Reloading.
Identify target.
I just gotta hit
Hostile
my main.
penetrated. Enemy destroyed.
There's the warehouse. Clear out the defenders and capture the area.
Nailed them.
Yeah, as you can see against these thinner skin vehicles, light tanks, armored personnel carriers, and that this tank, this gun on this tank will do damage. Do a lot of damage.
Nailed them. Threat destroyed. Direct hit. Penetrated.
And it will even penetrate the main battle tanks. Air Force Gearbox. This gun is very good. Very capable tank.
Good hit.
Sometimes you gotta lead them.
Reloading. Target hit.
Black Company, the cartel is going to come after that warehouse. Hold on to that location. Identify.
Hostile tank.
That's not gonna work.
Identify.
Hostile tank.
I was going to try to scoot up to the top of that hill, as I had seen somebody else do on a map before.
Penetrated. Penetrated.
Identify target.
Hostile tank. Nailed them. Reloading. Threat destroyed.
Identify.
Hostile tank.
Very good, Black Company. All missile sites are confirmed destroyed.
Nailed them. Nailed them. Target hit.
Excellent work. Those chemical weapons
And
won't be
somebody
going
shot
anywhere
me over
anytime
and
soon.
didn't
The
spot
world's
up
a little
earlier.
bit safer today.
Same guy that was probably shooting me before that I wasn't able to get a spot on. And we'll take a look, see how we did. Did a damage output of 5,194. And we'll see what the final results are on this. Okay, we're taking a look at our progressions. You can check on your progression with that dealer, Shishkin. What I've got unlocked at Tier 4, and I've gone through 100% on all those. Okay, got an award there, Shooter Award, hit 80% of 20 or more shots. A total of 2,000 potential damage or more in PvE mission. Take a look, see where we did on the teams here. With the highest amount of damage, came in second in reputation points. He scored higher in the reputation because he spotted 6 more enemy vehicles than I did. That's the big difference right there. So spotting helps out. Spotting is a big deal. Another thing that helps out is assists. How many you can assist on. Yes, I may have killed 11 enemy, but he assisted on 3 more than I did, and he spotted 6 more than I did. So his reputation was definitely higher. And then we go to the details and we take a look to see what happened to us after taxes. I didn't use any repair or resupply on my vehicle, so my net total without premium is 34,298 with a reputation bonus of 2,247, but with premium it was 3,370 with 54,446 going into the bank. This tank can make you some money, and it's worth the time to sit there and play with. So if you've been thinking about getting one of the Merc packs, because it's the exact same thing as what you would get in the Merc pack. This was purchased with the Lord of War pack. I was one of the founders on this. So I got this, and I also got the Expeditionary tank, and the main battle tank 70, NBT 70, and the Terminator. Those are all tier 6s. And this came in the Lord of War pack. And I believe the other one that came with the Lord of War pack was... well, I believe that it was the Object 155. And I got the Type 59 as a bonus for having been on a certain period of time. So those are all my premium tanks. But back to where we were at here with the Zahlo-S. Very good tank. Well worth the small investment that you make with it. And I think you can buy these standalone also. I'm not positive on that. That would be something that you would have to look up. And for anybody who's curious as to how the camouflage works on this, you go to your camo, you show all that are owned, and once you've gotten a certain amount of battles ground out on your tanks, you get the base colors that go below each one of these. And then you can mix and match. You can make them whatever colors you would like to make them. I like to go with the Israeli Desert Israeli, and late American woodland. I like to use those as my backgrounds, and I also like to use titanium. So you can put those down as your bases, and then your camos, your different patterns. Of course, you have to invest some gold into those. You can rent them for 30 days for credits, or you can purchase them outright for gold. Well, that's it for today's edition of I'm going to tell you about a tank that I have. Basically, it's a Zahlo-S preview, so that's it for today's edition of the previews, and I will see you later. Take care out there.